Hello, welcome to Backchannel. This is the only place that you can listen to, watch, and chat with your hosts live on the shows right here on your Amazon Echo. My name's Kate Cocker. I have a podcast called Everyday Positivity, and hence you find yourself here for the next hour on Positivity Island with my very, very capable, handsome, funny, glorious producer, Will Dell.
I paid to say all of those things. Good afternoon, good morning, hello.
And before we started on this show, I bet Will that I could eat a bagel in a minute, and I did.
I'm not sure if that's something to brag about. I'm pretty sure I caught a view.
I'm hungry.
I'm pretty sure I caught a shot of you with like lettuce hanging out of your mouth.
I know. That's what I'm worried about now. I'm looking at the image going, oh god.
I think you're safe. We won't bring it in.
I think I'm all right. I think I've done it. Oh, it is making me a bit hiccupy though. The professionalism of this outfit is amazing. There's the bubble. There it is. Right. Okay. So if, like me, you got up this morning and you took stock of your life and you went, oh my goodness, the house is a complete tip. Oh my goodness, we've been asking the children to put those clothes away for 3 days now. Oh my goodness, why is that eye mask hung on the banister? I think it's been there for 2 months. Then this is the show for you, because over the next hour, we're going to provide you with some joy, some fun, some good news, and the realization that not all is bad in the world, and that my eye mask thing that I've got is going to come into very good use later. I'm going to be grateful for it. If you've looked around your house and gone, oh gosh, my house is very tidy, then get on the gratitude wagon and know that you're a good human being. You have a tidy house. How is your house, Will?
There's been some cardboard at the foot of my bed it'll be 2 weeks soon.
Should we do this head and hands face?
No.
Let's do this. What's the state of your house? In fact, everybody, if you are watching on Backchannel on your Amazon Echo show, or you're listening on Backchannel on your Amazon Echo show, please could you answer this question very clearly. What is the state of your house right now? On a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is immaculately, sterilely tidy, and 10 is messy, I want to know. All you have to do is say to your Amazon Echo, Eliza, use her name, say, and then the number. So it's Eliza, say is the keyword, and the number. So what would you say, Will? What is the state of your house? Go. You'd say Eliza.
I would say Eliza, say 5.
Ooh. I'm going to go Eliza, say 8.
Yeah, I
might even be a 9.
Oh no.
What we got? Anyone telling us what they are?
Hi to everybody who's in the chat already. Thank you for being here.
Daniil. I think it's Daniil. I think it must be Daniil. Let's put head in hands 10. I know, babes. Sonny says my house is a solid 7.
That's...
And Stacey has her aunt tidy it. Aunt Tracy, thanks, Aunt Tracy.
Aunt Tracy.
You are our favourite person. Daniil says it is Daniil, so we'll go with Daniil. It's just coming up as Daniil. Okay. And Sonny says I'm a recondoed my drawers, and that hasn't completely fallen apart yet, but boy, does my microwave. I think there's some words wrong there. Oh, did I say that right?
But I'm looking at my drawers, and that hasn't fallen apart yet. But boy, does my microwave... It needs a little TLC.
Ah, gotcha. And there's 2 things I think a house can be. It can be... Well, no, I think actually if you did some statistics on this, there's a number of things it could be. But I think of things as tidy, clean. They're 2 separate things, right? Because you do tidy up before the cleaner comes.
Oh, that's true. That's
true.
So
there's tidy and there's clean. And my house is neither tidy nor clean. But you could have clean and not tidy.
Yeah, you can. I think our house is clean but not tidy, with the exception maybe of the hob, the cooker top.
I think my hob is probably the cleanest thing in the house.
Oh, really? Ours is no.
I do blame it on the fact that we're having building works. And my biggest first world problem today is I just want my carpet to arrive.
That's funny.
I just want my carpet. Isn't it so lucky that when you're going, oh, my problem today is that my carpet is not here yet.
Yeah, that's a good problem to
It
have.
is a good problem to have. We only have good problems on this show.
On Positivity Island.
Positivity Island, we always have good problems. So the house is a 9. Tennille's saying 10. Is there any others? I haven't got them on screen.
Stacey said Will could use a tip on how to clean his house. Will could do with the tip to clean his house. Like put everything in the tip is what I'm
The
getting
trip
at.
to the tip would be good.
Yeah.
I've had go to the tip on my list of things to do for about...
Definitely since the last time we spoke.
Well, that was
by
this
that
morning.
I mean Tuesday. last time we spoke was a couple of hours ago, but I mean is Tuesday.
Okay, it is World Book Day here in the UK. It's World Book Day. It's World Book Day everywhere. In the UK, what that means is that at about 8 o'clock in the morning, you see a bunch of kids toddling up the street on their way to school because the school said, "Dress up as your favorite character today." And I've got loads of my nieces and nephews dressed up as like Mr. Bump and from Mr. Men, and one of them was a Captain Rat Pirate or something.
Okay.
That is a thing. I can't remember what it was called. My nephew Caspian went as a niffler to school because he had to go as incorrigible as his adjective, and Ginny went as a bedazzled something or other, was all jeweled up. That's how you know it's World Book Day, is when the kids all start going up the street looking like a Pokemon and going, "What? Pokemon's a book?" like that.
Yeah, big time. Somebody who we know put on Facebook that they sent their daughter as Peppa Pig, which I don't.
Peppa
I don't think
Pig
makes
is
sense.
Peppa Pig is in a book. Wasn't Peppa Pig a book first?
Oh, I thought Peppa Pig was the TV show first, but alas, I am not.
I think that's the conversation that's been happening across the UK for the last 24 hours. But it is a book. It's not on telly first. It was a book first. Or you can get it in a book.
Oh yeah, they were in a copy of whatever.
Okay, so this World Book Day, we'll come on to that in a minute. There's an Everyday Positivity episode. I'm going to get you to kind of just think about something for World Book Day. What else have we got on the show? We've got some lovely good news. We've got a World Book Day themed quiz.
Mm-hmm.
And probably a positive activity for you.
Yeah, a positivity.
Okay, so go on.
Kristen, no, I'm just looking at the chat from Facebook. I think Rachel said hi, friends, from the bathroom on my phone. Kristen said hi, listening on my way to the doctor. It's a show I Wikipedia'd it, but was it a show first? That's the question, Rachel.
Rachel's on. Morning, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Kristen. Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for taking part today. If you are on the Everyday Positivity Facebook group, hello. Don't forget that you can comment below just like Rachel has there. And we will pick up your messages and you can take part. We love having you part of the show. So, as I said, if you're on Backchannel, make sure that you're using the keyword say when you instruct Eliza to give us your message, or you can use backchannel.tv to leave us your messages and be in the chat. Samantha's joined the stream, Lola's joined the stream, Rachel's in the Facebook group, Kristen's on YouTube. All the staples are here. Sunny, Stacey, Kristen, Tennille, loving it. We're going to have a great time on the Positivity Island today. So, what's next, Will? I know. It's the Everyday Positivity episode, isn't it? So
it is.
Today on Everyday Positivity, we did this. You didn't know it was World Book Day already, then you're sure to find out, as if you have family members or you have kids yourself, no doubt their school has suggested that they dress up today in their favourite World Book Day character, or their favourite book character, I should say. When my kids were about 7 or 8, we'd have this mad panic 48 hours beforehand thinking, right, who are you going to dress up as? Who can you say is your favourite book character that's the easiest one to dress up as? My sister's kids this year are dressing up as adjectives today. But even with that as a briefing, my nephew has managed to work it that he's dressing up as one of his favourite book characters who is also an adjective, which I absolutely love. The thing is that you see these kids on Facebook or walking down the street to school and you're going, oh, who's that and who's that and who's that? Because when it comes to characters in books, there are so many books and therefore so many characters. And it got me thinking today that there are so many books. And so how do we go about choosing the books that we choose to read? Is it because we come across authors in interviews on our favourite radio shows or TV shows? Is it because we liked a book by one author and so we went for the same author again? Is it because we just like the look of the cover and we choose something lovely, isn't there, about going into a bookshop and looking at the covers and looking at the back? And I don't know about you, but I check how big the writing is as well. The point being that when it comes to reading books and which books we choose to read, they're the stories, whether fiction or non-fiction, that we build up our bricks of life with, our inspirations with. And it tends to be that we automatically or habitually choose books similar to the books we read before. We find the place we know we're comfortable. So my challenge to you today, this World Book Day, is to take a step outside of that familiar bubble, to find a story or a book or challenge yourself to read something that you would never normally read. It's a really classic thing of these online shops that will go, if you like this, then you'll probably like this. And that leads us down further and further and further into the river of familiarity and stories that can be similar over and over again, that comfort us and make us feel good. So again, I charge you, let's do something today where we step outside our bubble and experience a story that we have never, ever experienced before. Read an author you've never read before. Choose a story you've never read before. Even, and I'll allow it, even though it's World Book Day, watch something on your Netflix account that you've never watched before. Even that thing that you go, oh, that's not for me. Watch that today. Read that today and see where it leads you. So what have you done this before, Will? Have you ever done something, read something, no, not done something, but read something or watched something that you think, oh, I'm not going to enjoy that? Well, that's not for me.
Sometimes I try to, because it's all about experience is the spice of life, Kate. So I always try and try something new. But I'm a sucker for my comfort, my creature comforts.
Well, I think everyone is, and reading is such a pleasurable thing to do, isn't it? So it's quite nice to not do things that are overly challenging, I think, when it comes to reading. What's your current favourite book?
My current favorite book is the last book that I really read. I
hope it's a good one. This is because this is going to go into the Positivity Island Library, don't you?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, the book that I'm reading at the minute for fun is Room by Emma Donoghue, which is it's really good, but it's a bit it's quite dark.
What's it called again?
It's called Room. There's a movie by the same name by Emma Donoghue.
And is Room the one with Brie, what's her face in it?
Larson?
Yes.
Oh. But the book I'm reading, the other book that I've read recently, which I really loved, it's called Bees. Don't ask me who it's by. And it's from the point of view of a bee. And it's all set in the hive, and it's great. It's really good. And I learned so much about bees through reading it.
I want to read that. I read a book a couple of years ago called The Shepherd's Life, I think it's called. Oh no, I can't remember what it's called. But again, it was about a shepherd from a shepherd's point of view, and I would never have thought to read it. And someone recommended it, and I thought it was wonderful. That bees one sounds great.
It's called The Bees. It's by Leanne Paul.
So do you only read
into Google, and it was just bees.
Bees book. Bees. Oh, did you? Oh, you put bees into Google and you just got
bees. Expecting it to know what I was thinking. Google, why can't you read my mind yet?
You wait. It's not far off.
It's only a matter of time.
No, it's just a matter of time. Okay, so we've got some really good books coming in. Stephen King, 11/22/63 is amazing. Is that Rachel?
It will be, yeah.
It will be because she's the one on Facebook. So Stephen King, 11/22/63 is amazing. I heart the old Stephen King books. They're very good. He's a very good storyteller. Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown is Kristen Fraser's current favourite. I really love Brené Brown, and I haven't read Atlas of the Heart yet, mainly because it's such a big book. I'm very picky about my books.
Yeah, because a bit I love books, but a big book takes a long time.
Sunny says she's having the hardest time choosing.
Yeah,
I
it is
don't,
hard.
just a couple. Let's throw some in. Like, we need plenty of things to do when we're on Positivity Island.
You've got to stock up the
So I think
library.
let's just stock up. My current favorite book, I think Rachel and I are reading the same book. I know this because she's been on Facebook with me doing it.
Yeah.
Atomic Habits is my current favorite
I
book.
happen to have my copy of Atomic Habits right here.
There we
You
go.
can't
We're
see
all.
it.
Oh, you can't see it. We're having green screen issues today. Yeah, Atomic Habits by James Clear is. I think there are two kind of personal development books that I feel like I should read regularly. One of them is that
Yeah, that's
Atomic
the one.
Habits by James Clear, and the other one is called Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker.
Yeah, you sent me that one.
And it really is one of those where it's about it's about it's just one of those where you kind of like you need to listen to it over and over again to hear the new things in it and the new learnings in it. Currently reading Brené's book Atlas of the Heart. I just read her book Brave, and it is excellent. Which one's Brave? It's like as if I like own all of her books.
You are the library. That's CK Alma on Facebook. Hi,
Oh, is
thanks
it?
for
Hi,
being here.
hi. So just for the boring technical reasons, I I can see all the messages come in, but for some reason on the Facebook stuff, it just says Facebook
Names.
user. So Will is covering off the actual Facebook
I'm looking
so
on
that
my
I can
phone.
the actual. So Stacey's saying that she's because she's visually impaired, she's not able to read books. But Stacey, Sunny has already pointed out that Audible is amazing and that would really recommend. Just Babies by Paul Bloom was a really fascinating moral psychology book, says Sunny. She's thrown them all in now. Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. How to Be Sick by Tony Bernard or Bernard. Help me with my chronic health issues so much. All from Sunny. The Mummy series by Anne Rice. Did Anne Rice write Interview with the Vampire? Am I right?
Oh, I don't know.
Am I right? That's a great book. That is. And then Brave. I can't remember Brave. Dare to Lead is one. Rising Strong, Dare to Lead. I'm like, she's my hero, so I kind of I still haven't managed to read all of them yet. Anyway, we've got a nice little library calibrating.
I also want to. Obviously, it wouldn't be me if I didn't take a quick second to touch on my favorite recipe books.
This is also a good place because this is also a good place because sorry, all the messages are coming in. We get so many messages. This is so exciting. It's just so lovely. Yeah, it's right. It's Dare to Lead, not Brave. Haha, sorry. But she does talk about being brave a lot. She like brave songs and stuff. Right. So because the recipe book is a perfect place to do something that you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
Because, if you're always buying Italian books or you're always buying like Jamie Oliver's books or whatever, it's really good. Like I remember I've got a great one on this. So this is a good example of doing something that you wouldn't normally do. So there's a book. I was at friends' houses and we had to do this. We cooked something out of one of Ottolenghi's cookbooks. Now, Ottolenghi recipes are quite wild and I think diverse and really interesting. And it was a real group effort. And I really loved every minute of it because we all got to cook together and because it was so many pieces to it, it needed us all to do it. So I now have that Ottolenghi book and I bought it for all of my friends as well because it was like one of those moments where I was like, this is totally out of the realms of what I would normally do. So tell me about your recipe book.
My favorite ones, Nigella's newest book is called Cook, Eat, Repeat.
You love Nigella.
Nigella is what made me a domestic goddess, which is the title of it.
I'm telling you right now that the chocolate fudge cake in that domestic goddess book is one of the best on the planet.
It's one of the best ones in the world.
I don't think I have the book anymore, but I wrote the recipe down.
Thanks, smart, good. I have a picture of all of my because obviously, How to Be a Domestic Goddess is obviously my mum's. I say obviously, but I have pictures of all of the best recipes from in it. But her new one is called Cook, Eat, Repeat, which is all about like mastering like a handful of dishes really well, which I really like. And then I have a book called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat by Samin Nosrat, which is also
Isn't that to do with taste buds?
Yeah, it's just they're supposed to be like the elements of whatever
cravings.
But that's a bit more like sciencey, which is quite good.
So we've got loads here. Anne Rice is going in the I quite like that we've got a bit of a gothic vibe to
So
our
happy that
fiction.
Kristen's here to do some fact checking for me.
Yes, what she said.
Kristen said yes, Anne Rice wrote the Vampire Chronicles.
Yes, she's doing your job for you, isn't she? She's
Thanks.
also she's told us something else as well, which is quite good. That told us off. Libraries have lists like try this, like if you try this if you like this too.
Yeah.
Real
Mhm.
life ones, not just digital ones, like I said in the episode. So Anne Rice is in. So basically, what we've got is we've got gothic fiction and lots of self development so far.
Yeah.
So we've got
Mhm.
Anne Rice, Stephen King, and then we've got lots of Glennon Doyle and Brene Brown. There we go. Boom.
Nice.
There we go. That sounds to me like a pretty healthy thing. Do we want any saucy romance novels?
No thanks.
They're always good
Last
to dip into for a giggle.
Yeah, last summer I read Call Me by Your Name, which was
Yeah.
nice, maybe 2 summers ago. Which was a little bit saucy.
Do you remember whenever I've never read 50? Oh, wobbling the table. I've never read 50 Shades of Grey, but I remember the year that everyone read it.
Yeah.
And also, if you live in a city where like you're on the tube or you've got like a communal transport system that's takes a long time,
Mhm.
then it's so fun watching the books that were all the rage. So I remember when I read One Day, and then everybody read One
Oh,
Day.
yeah.
Everybody had it on the on the tube. Tennille said, "I have lots of saucy titles. If ever you want any, there you go, Will. You know who to call."
Great. I wonder if we're reading the same things. I've read Have you ever read a book over like, on the bus, some seats are down here and some seats are up here? I've definitely read a
Yes.
book over somebody's shoulder that
Have
they were
you?
reading in front of me.
I've never done that.
It's hard because they're usually in the middle and
Yeah, it's like coming in the middle of a film.
Mm.
That's like being on the plane and watching someone's
Yeah, just like that.
film from behind them. Cookbook Skillet Meals by Publications International Limited. That felt very formal. That felt very formal. Okay, so we've got a really fantastic library on World Book Day, and there's a nice quiz coming up for World Book Day because
Oh, yeah.
you and I both know that books can have had a big impact on our world way before telly. Can I just say as well that I'm watching the Drive to Survive documentary for Formula One on Netflix, and I
Okay.
am thoroughly enjoying it.
Nice.
Mr. Cocker went, I was like, "What are you watching?" He said, "I'm watching Drive to Survive." I was like, how many episodes?" He went, "I've watched about 20." I was like, "Why have you not shared this with me?"
Mhm.
And he went, "I didn't think you'd like it, but I quite like a sports doc." And the season 4 comes out at the end of the next week. So that's great. I've got
There
loads
you
to
go.
go. Oh, Formula One is the best in
Yeah, there was
capitals.
Rachel. Rachel also recommended The Book Thief, which I read ages ago, was really good. That was a hefty book.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
How do you go about choosing a book?
Sometimes I get given them as gifts.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll just read this, which is nice. Take the decision making out of it. But I am all for recommendations.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I'm the same, especially with Netflix shows. My friend Sapir is my go-to. I ask her what she's watching.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Nice.
Or I'll ask her what she thinks I would like, and I just watch that.
So could you take all of these suggestions
Uh-huh.
and put them in the hut next to Dolly Parton's? What's
Yeah.
she doing? Is she in the loo reading books? No, she's not.
No.
Needs to go next to the loo cabin because we're going to put we had some fun books to put in the loo, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we've got Dolly Parton. What's she doing? Just reading stuff to people.
Yeah, she's just hanging out.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds a bit like we may have stolen Dolly Parton or kidnapped her and put her on the island.
I did think that. She's not there against her will. For anybody
No,
who's
not at all.
She's there with her will.
It's our imaginary moment of Dolly Parton she's there with her will.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Where there's a will, there's a Dolly. Right, so we've got some good news today, haven't we? What is the good news? Should we just crack on with it?
Have we? Let's just get on with it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Humpback whales no longer listed as endangered after a major recovery.
No way.
It's true. I
Amazing.
didn't make it up. Humpback whales will be removed from the threatened species list after an independent scientific panel on threatened species deemed the mammals have made a major recovery. It's kind of since the 1980s and the whole whaling thing, they've had a big comeback.
Amazing. That's it. End of story.
That's it. That's all you need
What's
to know.
the collective noun for humpback whales?
So here's what I learned is that Sunny said, "Nice pun, Will." Thank you, Sunny. I'm glad you appreciated my pun. I thought all whales were a pod.
Yeah.
But it turns out that only humpback whales are a pod.
No.
It's true. Different types of whales. You're gonna ask me what other collective nouns
house do
for
they live
other
in?
types of whales are, and I don't
No,
know.
I'm not.
But only humpback whales are a pod.
Okay, so homework for next week, find out what other types of whales are called.
I'm gonna write down whale noun, and in an hour, I'm gonna look at that and think, what on earth does that mean?
Oh, Will. It's just one of those days, babe. We're getting through it, though, with a bit of giddiness and silliness.
I think I've got a bit of a case of the silliest today.
And can you please explain to me the house? What's the house called for a humpback whale?
Oh, I don't know.
The answer is the ocean.
The ocean? You heard of it?
This is what we try to do. There's lots of animal news when there's good news about.
There is.
And the
Rachel
other thing,
said you're pregnant, which I am not.
No, because you got confused. I saw that come in. Basically, I said, we've got some good news, haven't we? And Rachel said, you're pregnant?
Oh, that's funny. Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel. Okay. When Will gets pregnant, we will definitely let you know.
You'll be one of the first 100 people to know.
One of the first wave of people to know. Okay. Giddiness, silliness, off we go. No, I did want to say something about this because humpback whales are ace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we do a lot of good news. And what we find is that when we're searching for good news and hunting it out so that we can bring it to you, because we think of the world as being quite a, well, I don't want to say dreary. It's obviously great. Like, you have to live in it, don't you? But I think sometimes we don't get enough good news. But it did occur to me that if you listen to this show and only this show, then you would believe that the earth is being repopulated exponentially by all these new animals that, well, not new animals that are now not in extinction. We had jaguars the other week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and then in its turn, as soon as I realized I'd had that thought, I thought, oh, that means that we're getting someone else's filter in the news. All the news is just the bad news stuff, and that there is actually good news, and that's why we do this.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of bad news in the world, and it's important to know what's going on. I also know that sometimes there's a lot of feeding of the bad news. So remember, there's good news in the world too. There's not, and there's an off button. Okay, next news.
Cheesemaker uses £3 household item to fix £50,000 worth of damage on a church clock.
Let's just marvel at that difference in price.
Use a £3, $5 household item to fix a £50,000 worth of damage.
$65,000.
$65,000.
$65,000 worth of damage.
Okay.
This is like, right, I know you're going to explain the story, but my immediate reaction is, when, you need to get a plumber around.
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
And you go, how much is it going to cost? And they go, like that, and you think, oh no, it's going to cost loads. Mm-hmm. And then also the plumber's probably adding numbers to his price as he goes like that. Not specifically plumbers, but when you have to have work done on your house, it always comes up as more expensive than you think. And now, from now on, whenever they go like that, I'm going to go, listen, because a cheesemaker fixed a clock with a £3 household item. I reckon you could do it for that. So what's the story?
Antonia said apparently he must be the last clock fixer on Earth.
Gotta be careful about how you say that.
I know. That's why it's no wonder it came out wrong. Okay, so it was a church clock in Grimsby, which is a town here in the UK, and it had been stuck at 2 minutes past 12 for 12 years.
So like, what's her name? Mrs. Havisham's clock.
Just like Mrs. Havisham's
on World
clock.
Book Day.
Good,
thanks.
Nice tie-in there, Kate Cocker. You should be a
Yes,
professional.
I am.
So then
I should be.
these two people who just live in the town, they're called Rick Haywood and Jay Foley. They were just like, you know what, we're just gonna try and fix it because they'd been they'd been quoted 50 to 60,000 to get it fixed. So they were like, we're not gonna make it any worse. You know, kind of what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, right.
So they kind of went up there and they found that the gears in the clock were all clogged up and they were out of alignment.
So tell me they didn't go and get a tin of WD-40.
So all they had to go and buy was a £3 tin of WD-40
No
for
way!
a total saving of £39,997.
So if you ever have a sticky lock,
Mhm.
like I didn't realize this. I was like, my dad came up and I was like, Dad, the lock is broken. It's a brand new door. We've only had it a year. The lock is broken. We can't open it from the outside. When there's a key in there, we can't open it from the inside. It's broken. The key is broken. And he went, have you tried WD-40? I went, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Dad?
What are you talking about? With all these years you've had on the earth longer than me, how on earth would you know that the answer was WD-40? Anyway, he came out, came out, did it.
Yeah.
Locks perfect now.
Fine, it's
Like
great.
it's never been broken. I was like, we're gonna have to replace this door. And now I just walk around with a little
Armed.
bottle of WD-40. I love that they fixed the clock with a bottle of WD-40.
Yeah, of course, that's all they took. Just a bit of grease. I distinctly, really vividly remember a lecture from one of my high school maths teachers about it being called WD-40 because WD's 1 through 39 didn't work. So don't give up, which I don't think is true. But
yeah, but I reckon you could probably put that on an episode of something that. Well, you've done it. Well done.
there you go. Thanks. Also, WD are my initials, so I don't know
Yeah.
what I was going with that thought, but there we go.
So maybe, how old are you now?
25.
So are you one of the ones that didn't work?
That's it. I'm still a work in progress.
WD-25. What? You'll be prime WD-40.
On my 40th birthday, I'm having it's going to be Greece themed. Like Greece, but also like Greece.
I think you should just do a WD-40 themed, and then everyone
WD-40 themed.
turn up as
What was your favorite?
a favorite. Yeah.
Sunny said genius. Thank you, Sunny.
Yeah. Yeah. Tanil was like, I guess we know what your birthday theme's gonna be. I've just fixed Sunny's door as well. Well, my dad did. Because obviously with all the years he's been on Earth, he knows exactly what's going on. And breathe. Right. Next bit of news, please.
Okay, here we go.
Tell me.
Dog kennels finally... No, let me start that again. Dog finally rehomed after more than 500 days at the kennel. The 10-year-old... Oh, that's not a real... Whatever I've written in the script. Terrier is what it's supposed to be. That's not what it says. The 10-year-old terrier is called Buddy. He had a little bit of a history of challenging behavior, so it's hard to find him a new home.
Buddy.
But so the RSPCA, which in the UK is the Royal Society for the Protection and something of Animals, they like did this TV appeal, and lo and behold, a couple saw it and they took him home, and they've been getting on great. Spent a total of 515 days in the kennel. So yay for Buddy finding a new home.
Yay for Buddy for finding a new home.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Hattie rehomes dogs. She's got a foster dog at the moment that's this kind of very cute 10-week-old German Shepherd, and he's lovely but hard work. She said he terrorizes everything. They do, don't they? Though they're puppies.
They do. Rachel said that she's now doing research on the history of WD-40.
I know. I love it.
But why not?
Why not? Okay, cool. So, humpback whales, they're back.
Yeah.
In their pods.
Mm-hmm.
Cheesemakers know how to fix clocks.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Of course.
Dogs found its way home. Good old Buddy.
Yeah, forever home.
Dolly news? We do Dolly news because Dolly Parton is the spirit animal of everyday positivity, and here on Positivity Island, we love having her here. So, what's the news today?
Okay, it's twofold. Number
Oh,
one is
double
that
Dolly.
Double Dolly is that Dolly Parton will be co-hosting the ACAs, which are the Academy of Country Music Awards. Okay, very
Yes.
exciting. Good for Dolly being co-host.
Yes.
And whilst that's happening, Kelly Clarkson will perform a little tribute act. We don't know what song she's going to do, but Kelly Clarkson's going to do a cover of a Dolly song, which is going to be amazing because we love Kelly Clarkson and we love Dolly.
Did you see Jimmy Fallon? I got at Christmas. I got swept down a hole in Facebook. You know when you go onto Facebook videos and you go, "Oh, there's an hour of my life gone. I'm just watching lip sync battles, and I'm finding out again why Brad and Angelina really split up."
Yeah, big
It
time.
was thorough joy. But in the middle of all of that, there was an Ariana Grande and Kelly Clarkson sing off, and it was incredible.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's Kelly Clarkson and Ariana Grande doing like these huge like Whitney Houston
Yeah, big
songs.
numbers.
Massive. They were amazing. So I completely approve of Kelly Clarkson performing a tribute to Dolly. Do you think she should play Dolly in a film of her life?
Maybe. Maybe a younger Dolly.
There's been speculation today about who's going to play Madonna.
Is it you?
No.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson got tipped.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I've completely forgotten her name. Florence Pugh? Is that her name? Florence? Is it Florence Pugh? Florence
Yeah,
Pugh.
oh, I know who you mean.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So there's lots of options there. I'd make a good Madonna.
Tennille said, didn't Kelly Clarkson change her name recently? Which I don't know.
Yes,
so
she
I'm gonna
did
look that up.
actually. She has just changed her name. What did she change it to? I think it might have double-barreled it.
Ooh. Clarkson chose Brienne. Kelly Brienne. Brianne.
Fair enough.
There you go.
It's her name. She can do what she wants.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, it's all going off, isn't it, in the world of pop stars? Britney's free.
You mean the Whitney Houston song of Dolly's? Yeah, because Dolly, of course, wrote Islands in the Stream.
I Will Always Love You.
I Will Always Love You. Watch it, cocker. Easy now.
Oh, I'm doing a pop quiz in a few weeks. I'm glad you're not on it. Right, talking of pop quiz. Talking of pop quiz.
I'm really going to need your help with this
one. So today's pop quiz is pop quiz is a World Book Day themed pop quiz. So Will is really going to need your help.
Big time. Big time.
Let me rephrase that. Will is really going to need your help.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So if you can speak to your Backchannel device today, say to your Amazon Echo, Eliza, say help Will.
Yes.
And just give us the answers. And make sure that if you aren't on Backchannel, I'm saying it all wrong. If you aren't on your Amazon Echo show, then you can use the Facebook group messaging, commenting, or you can go to backchannel.tv. Just use your fingers rather than your voice. Right. So how do I do this? I'm just, you're the one with all the Chrome tab. Oh, hello. There's loads open. Talk amongst yourselves while.
Hi, everybody. Sonny said, let's do this. Freddie's joined the stream. Hi, Freddie.
Hi, Freddie.
Mary's joined the stream. Hi, Mary. Here we go.
Has that worked? Have I done it right?
It has. Look at that.
Okay, good.
Gorgeous.
It's like I know what I'm doing. Here we go. Question number 1. Oh, that's not worked. Question number 1. Ebenezer Scrooge is the main character from which book? A. Marley and Scrooge. B. A Christmas Eve Visit. C. 3 Christmas Ghosts. D. A Christmas Carol. I think the person who put this quiz together.
What?
I think it's really funny. I just went through the book and went, right, what happens?
This is what happens.
Here's what happens. A. Marley and Scrooge. B. A Christmas Eve Visit. C. 3 Christmas Ghosts. D. A Christmas Carol.
That is incredible.
What are the answers, peeps?
Okay, Teresa said D. Tennille said D. Sonny said D. Kristen said D. Everybody's saying D. I'm pretty confident.
Guess what?
What?
It's D.
A Christmas Carol.
Oh, it's going to. Oh, no,
Oh my
stop
goodness.
it. What's going on? There's the answer. There's the answer. What's
Okay.
the question?
The question is, what are the 4 sisters and Little Women called?
There we go. What are the names of the 4 March sisters? Florence Pugh.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, no, she's in. No, she's in. She's in it in the film. I did just give you the answer. Do I need to go through this
Oh,
rigmarole
yeah.
again?
No, it's because I didn't see Little Women because I was distracted.
Okay. Mary, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy. Right, hang
Yeah.
on. Slowly,
Whew.
Kate. Here we go. Who was the French author that wrote A Journey to the Centre of the Earth, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Around the World in 80 Days? I know this, I know this, I know this. Who is it?
Can we
A.
have some
Jules
options?
Verne. B. Jules Pfeiffer. C. Verne Troyer. D. Verne Gang.
Good name. Everybody's saying C. Kristen said C. Mary said C. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. CK said no clue. I'll say D.
Isn't it? Hang on a minute. Is it C for the last one? Because if they're all saying C, they're wrong. It's not C.
Wow. No,
I
everybody's
know.
saying C.
Clue.
Kristen said A. I think it's Jules Verne because I've read Around the World in 80 Days. It's ace.
Yeah. And also, I've watched Back to the Future Part 3, and they talk about him a lot in that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. It's because I touched the mouse. This is where the problem is lying. Come on. Come on. How come I can't do this?
Rachel said A. I don't know.
Right, here we go. Does that work now?
Yeah. Can we have the answer for the previous question?
Is that it?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Just go back.
I'm just going to stop sharing a second because I think it's the wrong thing that's sharing.
Fine. Thanks everybody for helping me out. Cindy says, I have no clue.
Can everyone, somebody help me out? I'm really struggling.
Who knew?
Oh, okay, right. Hang on. Here we go. I'm going to get it right this time.
Okay. You know, sometimes these things.
I've had a proper week of it with tech this week.
You have had a proper week with it.
Oh, man alive. Right, this one is now right.
Okay.
It's that one. Jules Verne. I'm on the right one now. I'm on the right controls. Right.
Okay.
A. Jules Verne. Well done, everyone who got Jules Verne. Doesn't he look nice with his lovely curly hair and moustache?
Very fancy.
How long do you think he had to stay still for that picture to be taken?
Half an hour.
Okay. Which of the following was a best-selling book of 2021? A. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Maxey. B. Big Shot by Jeff Kinney. C. American Marxism by Mark R. Levin. D. Mothering Heights by Dav Pilkey. I think I know the answer.
Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Maxey sounds fun. Oh, I don't know this one. I could definitely do with some assistance on this one. Which of the following was the best-selling book of 2021? The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, Big Short, American Marxism, or Mothering... I've not really heard of any of them. Tennille says C, American Marxism. CK says a Big Shot. Maybe I've heard of Mothering Heights because it was like... oh my goodness, this is hard. Stacey said The Boy, the Mole, the Fox in the House. Kristen said B, Big Shot. This is hard. I'm gonna say... I don't know. I'm gonna try... Okay. I'm gonna go with Kristen. I'm gonna go Big Shot by Dave Kinney.
It is Mothering Heights.
Mothering Heights. That was hard.
Only just though. So Dav
Pilkey
got 1,295,470 copies sold. Mark R. Levin did American Marxism, 1,025,638. Jeff Kinney was third. Big Shot. He wrote Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, yeah.
985,000. And then Charles Maxey, 954,000.
So they were all the top
great,
four.
that one.
That was hard. David's joined the stream. Hi, David.
Hi, David. If you know what is the
this one.
captain who lost his leg in Moby Dick,
I know.
I know, then please tell us on your Amazon Echo. All you have to do is say, Eliza, say, and then give us your answer. Is it A, Ishmael, B, Ahab, C, Sam, D, Queequeg?
Okay.
Is Queequeg a character in Moby Dick?
I don't know. Queequeg. It's fun to
That's
say.
quite a good, yeah, it's quite a good name.
What was the name of the captain? I know. Have you read Moby Dick, Kate?
I've never read Moby Dick.
I started reading it when I was like a teenager, and it was too difficult. Kristen said B, Sunny said B.
Everyone say B. I want to say Danny. Daniil says B. Kristen's on the feed. Hi, Sonny.
Kristen said hi, Sunny, and Sunny said hi, Kristen. So that all worked out quite well. CK said Ahab. I think it's Ahab too. Final answer, Captain Ahab.
Oh, sorry.
That's you. That was your cue.
Over to me.
Yeah. Yay, Captain
Ahab. Yay. So that was good. I enjoyed that.
Me too.
I'm sorry that I was so rubbish on the old controls.
No.
Well, at least I've never read it, but the first sentence doesn't make a massive noise. I was saying, at least my spacebar didn't go donk.
I've started clicking now because it's a bit quieter. Like I'm going to click on this. Oh, it might be loud.
I've literally heard 6 clicks.
I can't do it. I've got nothing else.
Donk, 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 donk. What am I doing? Am I doing an activity?
Maybe one.
Oh, well, I know that you're feeling a little bit like this today, because what did you say your house was in terms of messiness?
Oh, like a 6 or a 7 or an 8.
A 6 or a 7 or an 8? Which
I know, and I think my landlord's just walked through the door as well, so that's...
Oh, no. So all of a sudden it feels like a 10.
It's going to feel like a 10.
When someone else looks at your stuff and you're like, it's only because the builders are in. I'm like, oh my God, for the last 2 months, that eye mask has been hanging over the door and it's not done anything.
Yeah.
Over the banister. Right, so we're going to do a bit of mindfulness today. And this is about listening with presence. So the activity I always want to come up with for you is to help you do something that will help you feel good. I want you to pay close attention to someone that you talk with today. So not me, don't listen to me. But focus intently on what they're saying, their eyes, their body language, and their facial expression. And notice what happens when you bring your full presence to their interactions. So next week on Everyday Positivity, I'm thinking about communication very subtly. And I was thinking it would be quite, because I do sort of think that a lot of the things that happen in our world, as in our day-to-day life, a lot of the angst that happens is to do with the relationships we have with people and the interactions we have with people. And so I thought, maybe I'll spend a week coming up with some ideas to give some tips to help people ease their way through these interactions. And the first one is going to be listening.
I'm so excited for that because I'm not a great communicator and I'm really bad at listening. What you're really good at, Kate, is like, oh, this is what they're saying, but this is what they mean. Like, this is what's really going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you can.
Like, if people are like complain, like my friends will say, "Oh, this is happening at work. This is happening at work," and I'll hear them. But what I'm not good at is understanding, like, oh, okay, so this is why you feel like this.
Yeah, but you kind of, that's interesting that you have that perspective. And also, I'm thrilled that you have that perspective.
Okay, well, this isn't the Kate's ego hour. Very quickly.
Are you sure?
I mean, it literally is the Kate.
So look, the idea is you listen with presence and you give people your full attention and you just let them talk. And that's the big, the episode actually says, the biggest gift you can give someone is your ears. When someone feels listened to, when someone feels heard, like, oh God, I'm out of focus. When someone feels listened to and when someone feels heard, they feel valued really naturally. And when you make someone feel valued, then they value you. And I think in some cases, when we're asking people to do things for us, or if we're in positions of leadership, or if we just need a favor, if we haven't put the legwork in of listening and understanding, then it's going to be very difficult to get that favor. She says in a life's tit for tat, isn't it, type of a way. It's not. But the point is that the biggest gift you can give is listening, and it pays its due as well if you listen to people. I used to work with someone who people would say, oh gosh, She's so nice. She's so nice. She's so nice. And I thought, when I met her, I was like, she is, but I don't know anything about her. And the reason everyone thought she was so nice was because she constantly was like, so how are you? What are you doing?
Mhm.
Loads and loads of questions. How many times have you come back from a conversation? I've done this recently. So how's Hattie? Tim will say. And I go, she's like, what's going on? I'm like,
Mm,
oh.
hmm.
Was it the Kate's ego hour that hour? I think it probably was.
Uh,
No, so yeah, so listening is something you can do with presents to someone else, and you can also listen to yourself too.
Tennille asks, "Do cats count? Like, has she listened to her
Yeah,
cats?"
of course cats count. As long
Okay.
as you're doing it, so you're staring intently on what they're saying and how they're saying it, and look and see if their tails are a little yoink at the top, because that means they're happy to see you.
That's
All
funny.
that sort of stuff. If they're blinking at you, that means they love you.
Rachel said, "Can you tell Tennille that I said hi?" Tennille, Rachel said hi.
Rachel says hi. Rachel says hi. Oh, so we've done okay. That's how I felt teaching on creating slides. Oh, that's thank you. Someone was saying
Yeah.
on Facebook
Mhm.
about my slides issue. So thank you. Oh my goodness, what a day! We've had so many people on the chat, in the comments, and it's been a complete thrill. Thank you so much for being part of this community, because you know what? You're one of the first. You're the first wave. You'd be one of the people that found out when Will gets pregnant.
It's true.
You'll be in the first wave of information. No, you are. You're the first wave of this community, which means you are very special founding members. So thank you very much for taking part today, and thank you very much for being here on Backchannel. On Tuesday, we'll be back on Tuesday, which is what's the date on Tuesday? The 8th of March is
It is.
International Women's Day, and we're going to be doing another hour for you of good news and celebrating some wonderful women. We want to start doing a feature, don't we, called Good People. Good news, good
Mhm.
people. And we're
Mhm.
going to have our first good people on Tuesday. And she's a very special lady in our lives, isn't she?
She's very special.
We love her to bits. So we're very excited to share with you our good people, our good person, and what they do to put good into the world as well. A lovely, lovely lady. So I'm excited to share that with you. After us now, we've got Jam and Renee. Are they on from 11?
That is
No,
correct.
10.
They are from
10.
10. Yeah,
And then who's on after that? Anthony, then Mario,
that's right. You missed out, Hal. Your pal
and
Hal
Hal.
on from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, fine. And then tomorrow you can join with Hayley and Alison first thing
That's
tomorrow.
right.
What,
From
6?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. and Will's on with them as well. So if you
I'll be
want
there
to,
hanging out.
you should do that next week. Let's do, what's your favourite bit from Hayley and Alison, and we'll play that on the show.
Ah, okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Can you tell me who's written the message on Facebook saying, I'm going to miss you as I head back to work next
Yeah,
week. I'll have to watch
CK.
you in the afternoon. CK, lovely to have you.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune into Backchannel across the day, because there's all sorts of things going on. And as we said, we're starting something new here. This is the only place that you can watch, listen, and chat live with your hosts of these shows. So please keep taking part, and please be part of our world, because we love having you. All right. We will see you on Tuesday when we do good women, good people, good news, and we just try and make you happy. Have a great weekend, and you have 100% got this.